Good afternoon, students. Welcome to 7th class Maths third session for academic year 2021 to 2022. Students, this year our government changed your all subject textbooks and also started semester system from this academic year. Semester system means you can study your academic year in two parts. So, the syllabus for this year for maths according to in this new textbook there are total 12 chapters are there. First 6 chapter you can read in first semester mean first part, and second 6 chapters you can read in second semester means second part. And also textbook printed in both mediums means English and Telugu. Okay students, now we are going to discuss properties of integers from your first chapter, integers. Before going to start today's topic, we discuss briefly learned in previous session. In your previous session you learned multiplication of integers. Product of any two integers with same sign is always positive. Suppose you can take two positive integers a and b, you can multiply by both integers, then we getting the product is also a positive, means a is the positive and b is the positive, then you multiply by a by b, when we will get the answer plus of a into b. And also we multiplied two integers with negative, means you can take minus minus. The minus of a into minus of b equals to plus of a into b. Suppose you can take plus 3 plus 2. Two integers you will take plus 3 plus 2 multiplied by two integers plus 3 into plus 2, the product is plus 6. And again you take minus 3 minus 2. Minus into minus plus 3 into 2 equal to 6. So, we conclude that product of any two integers with the same sign is always positive. Suppose you can take one positive integer, second one is the negative integer, the resulting product is negative. Means suppose you can take positive integer a, negative integer b, then the product of the a into b equals to minus of a into b. And also you will multiply by two integers, first one is the negative and second one is the positive, the resulting product is also a negative. So we conclude that a into minus b equal to minus of a into b equal to minus of a into b. Division of integers. The quotient obtained by dividing two integers with the same sign is positive. Suppose you can take two integers, the two integers are positive, then divided one with another, then the resulting quotient is also positive. Suppose you can take a is the positive, b is the positive, then a is divided by b, then we getting the resulting quotient is positive, means plus of a divided by b, where b is not equal to 0. Next we will take minus a minus b, then minus a is divided by minus b, then the resulting quotient is also a positive, then plus of a is divided by b, and where b is not equal to 0. Next condition, the quotient obtained by dividing two integers with different signs is negative. Suppose you will take two integers, one is the positive, another one is negative, the resulting quotient is equal to negative. Means a is the positive and b is negative, then we divided by a is divided by minus b, then is equal to minus of a is divided by b, where b is not equal to 0. Suppose we will take a is negative, b is positive, then minus a is divided by b, then we getting the sign of the quotient is minus, means minus of a is divided by b and b is not equal to 0. Now we will going to start today's topic. The name is ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటీజర్స్. దీన్నే మనము తెలుగులో పూర్ణ సంఖ్యల ధర్మాలు అని అంటాం. బై ది ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ లెసన్ వీ విల్ ఏబుల్ టు state the closure property of integers under different operations, verify the commutative property of integers under different operations, explain the associative property of integers under different operations, and prove the distributive property of integers, and state the additive, inverse, additive and multiplicative identity of integers. Okay students, today we will learn the first property is closure property. The closure property in terms of the following mathematical operations of integers: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Suppose you can take a, b, any two integers. A plus b is also an integer. Then we say that integers are followed closed under addition. Suppose you can take bag of integers. What is a bag of integers? The bag of integers contains positive numbers, negative numbers including 0. From bag of integer we will take some two integers. Suppose we can take minus 3 and positive integer 2. We can add both these two integers. The resulting is also an integer, means minus 3 plus 2 equal to minus 1. Here we can add one positive integer, one negative integer. The resulting sign of the integer is same as the bigger integer. మనం ఏవైనా రెండు పూర్ణ సంఖ్యలు తీసుకొని కలిపినప్పుడు ఆ పూర్ణ సంఖ్య ఒకటి రుణ పూర్ణ సంఖ్య ఒకటి ధన పూర్ణ సంఖ్య అయినప్పుడు వచ్చిన సమ్ అనేది మొత్తం యొక్క సైన్ అనేది మనము తీసుకున్న ఇంటీజర్లో పెద్దది ఏదైతే ఉందో దాని యొక్క సైన్ మీద ఆధారపడి ఉంటుంది. సో క్లోజర్ ప్రాపర్టీ ఆఫ్ ద సమ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటీజర్స్. How to define? If you take a, b or any integers, a plus b is also an integer, then we say that integers are followed closed under addition. Next we check closure property of multiplication of integers. Suppose we will take a, b are two integers and the product of these two integers is also an integer. A, b are two integers. A into b is also an integer. Suppose we will take 12 and minus 11. 12 is one integer. Minus 11 is also an integer. The product of these two integers is minus 132 because plus into minus. So the resulting product is also a negative. The product of the 12 into 11 equal to 132. So we will take 12 is one integer, minus 11 is another integer. The product is also an integer. Now we'll check another example. Minus 15 into minus 5. Minus into minus. We will product same signs of integers. The resulting product is also a positive. Then we will get positive 75. 75 is also an integer. Suppose we will take 22, 21. Same signs though. So the resulting product is also positive. What is that result? 462. Next we will check another example. Minus 26 plus 5. We will take opposite signs, minus plus. The resulting product is negative. So minus 26 into 5 equal to minus 130. Next 36 into 0 equal to 0. We can multiply any number with 0. We will get the product is also 0. So we can say that integers are followed closed under multiplication. Okay students, observe the following table and complete the empty boxes. In first observe addition table. First statement, what is that statement? Minus 5 plus 3. So we will getting the resulting sign. Why? Because minus the resulting sum the resulting sign is same as the bigger integer. minus 5 is the bigger, the sign of the 5 is minus, then the resulting sum is minus. So we'll take minus 5 is one integer and 3 positive is an integer. The sum of the resulting is also an integer. So for any two integers a and b, a plus b is also an integer. Means a comma b belongs to z, then a plus b is also belongs to z. So remaining empty boxes compulsoryగా fill చేయండి. Next we can observe multiplication table. First statement is minus 5 into 3 equal to minus 15. The two integers having opposite signs, so the resulting product is also equal to negative sign. So minus 5 into 3 equal to minus 15. Minus 5 is the integer, 3 is the integer, the product minus 15 is also integer. Therefore we conclusion, what we write that conclusion, the product is an integer. So the product of any two integers also is an integer. For any two integers a and b, a into b is also an integer. So integers are closed under addition and multiplication. Integers are closed under addition and multiplication. So here one question, I will ask one question from let's think. Can you find at least one pair of integers whose sum or product is not an integer? Can you find at least one pair of integers whose sum or product is not an integer? Here we can observe, we will take two positive integers 6, 3. The resulting sum is 9 is also an integer. Suppose we can take two negative integers and add these two negative integers and the resulting sum is also an integer. Means 5 minus 5 plus of minus 3 and equal to minus of 8. And again another example, we will take 5 plus of minus 3 equal to 2. So what was said about observe these all examples? Yes, we cannot find two integers whose sum is not an integer. So the sum of any two integers is always an integer. So students, all of you think about find two integers whose product is not an integer. The answer is write down on your notebooks. Now we check closure property of the subtraction of integers. Suppose we will take two integers a and b. A minus b is also an integer. Suppose we will take minus 5 minus 2 from back of an integer. We will subtract these two integers. Minus 5 minus of minus 2. Then we will get minus 5 minus of minus into minus is equal to plus. Then we will write minus 5 plus 2. Then we will get the resulting sum is minus 3. Why? Because the resulting sign of the integer is same as the bigger integer. So what is the bigger of these two? 5 is the bigger. So 5 contains negative integer. Then the resulting sum is also negative. But we will take minus 5 is one integer and minus 2 is another integer. The difference of these two integers is also an integer. So we say that integers are followed closed under subtraction. We will check closure property of division of an integers. Suppose we will take any two integers, we can divide it both integers. It is not, the resulting quotient is not an integer in every cases. Some cases is an integer but some cases are not integer. Suppose we will take one example. The submarine in the water at the depth of 100 meters and temperature of the water is 6 degrees Celsius. Then you find the rate at which the submarine is going down. Then we will written minus 100 is divided by 6. Means we can divide it by 100 by 6. We will get 16 and 2 by 3. It is not an integer. We will take 100 minus 100 is in one integer, 6 is another integer. We divided by 100 with 6, we will get rational number, not an integer. So we say that integers are not closed under division. Okay students, here observe these tables and complete the empty boxes. Suppose we take first statement in subtraction, minus 7 minus 8 is equals to minus 15, means the difference of these two integers minus 7 minus 8 is equals to, take minus 7 and 8, we will subtract these two, minus 7 minus 8 is equals to minus 15, means the difference is an integer. And also 9 minus of minus 6 equals to 9 plus of minus into minus plus, means 9 plus 6 means 15. You take 9 is an integer, minus 6 is an integer, and the difference is also getting 15 is also an integer. So the difference of any two integers is also an integer. For any two integers a and b, a minus b is also an integer. The integers are closed under subtraction. Means a comma b belongs to z, then a minus b is also belongs to z. Next we observe second table division. We will take 9 and 10. 9 is one integer, 10 is another integer. Then divided 9 by 10, we will get the quotient is 0.9. This is not an integer. So what is the conclusion? The quotient is not an integer. Then check another statement. We will take minus 6 minus 2. We divided both, means minus 6 is divided by minus 2. We will get 6 by 2, means 2 how many times? 3 times. So we will get the resulting quotient is 3. Why? Because we will getting positive integer. We dividing same signs, then we will resulting quotient is positive. So here quotient is an integer. But in the first example, we will getting the quotient is not an integer, but in second example we will get the quotient is an integer. So in general, the quotient of any two integers need not an integer. సో కోషంట్ అనేది ఈవెన్ టూ ఇంటిజర్స్ని మనము భాగించేటప్పుడు వచ్చే కోషంట్ అనేది కంపల్సరీగా ఇంటిజర్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. సో ఫర్ ఎనీ టూ ఇంటిజర్స్ a and b is not equal to 0, means denominator is not equal to 0. a is divided by b need not an integer. So integers need not closed under division. స్టూడెంట్స్, క్లోజర్ ప్రాపర్టీని మనము తెలుగులో సంవృత ధర్మం అని అంటాం. ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్, నౌ వి కన్క్లూడ్ అబౌట్ క్లోజర్ ప్రాపర్టీ. ఇంటీజర్స్ క్లోజ్డ్ అండర్ అడిషన్, subtraction and multiplication means we will take any two integers a and b. A plus b is also an integer, a minus b is also an integer, a into b is also integer, means we take any two integers, the sum of the integers is also an integer, the difference of the both integers is also an integer, and the product of the both integers is also an integer. But integers not closed under division, means a divided by b, so the quotient it is not an integer in every cases. సో దీని ప్రకారం మనం ఏం చెప్పచ్చు, పూర్ణ సంఖ్యలు ఇంటిజర్స్ని మనం ఏమంటాము, పూర్ణ సంఖ్యలు అనేవి సంకలనము, వ్యవకలనము అలాగే గుణకారం ప్రకారము అవి సంవృత ధర్మాన్ని పాటిస్తాయి. భాగాహారంలో సంవృత ధర్మాన్ని ఇంటిజర్స్ అనేవి పాటించవని మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్, నెక్స్ట్ వి లెర్న్ సెకండ్ ప్రాపర్టీ, కాముటేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. దీన్నే మనము తెలుగులో వినిమయము లేదా స్థిత్యంతర న్యాయం అని అంటాం. The commutative of the following mathematical operations of integers: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. సో కామ్యుటేటివ్ అనేది ఈ కామ్యుటేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ ఇంటిజర్స్ అనేవి ఏ ఆపరేషన్స్ మీద అవి ఈ ప్రాపర్టీని పాటిస్తాయో నేర్చుకుందాం. ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్, నౌ వి చెక్ ఇంటిజర్స్ ఆర్ ఫాలోడ్ commutative property under addition or not. Integers are followed commutative property if there is one condition is there. What is that condition? If two integers take a and b, a plus b equals to b plus a. Means if you take any two integers, the sum of the two integers are not changed when we change the order also. Suppose we will take plus 5 minus 7. Then we can add these two integers. What is the sum? We will get the sum minus 2. Here plus 5 is one integer and minus 7 is another integer. The sum of the both integers are equal to minus 2. Now we change the order. Means we add minus 7 to plus 5. Then what is the sum of these two integers? Minus 7 plus 5 is equals to also minus 2. So plus 5 plus of minus 7 equals to minus 7 plus of plus 5 equals to minus 2. Now we check another example. We will take two integers 6 and 4. The sum of these two integers is equal to 10. Then we can change the order and also means 4 plus 6 plus 4 equals to 10 and also 4 plus 6 is also equal to 10. Now we check another example. Minus 6 plus of minus 4 equal to minus 10 equals to minus 4 plus minus 6. Therefore, if you take any two integers a and b, then a plus b equals to b plus a. These condition is satisfied, then integers are followed commutative property of addition. Now we will learn commutative property under subtraction. What will happen if we change the order of integers when we subtract? Suppose we will take two integers 30 and 15. To subtract these two, the difference is 15. So 30 minus 15 is equals to 15. Now we change that order. Means we can subtract 30 from 15. In the first example we subtract 15 from 30. Here we subtract 30 from 15. Means 15 minus 30. We will get minus 15. The result is changed. Suppose we will take another example. We will take minus 15 and minus 10. So subtract these two integers. We will get the difference is minus 45. We can change that order. Means minus 10 minus of minus 55. We will get the difference is 45. Here answer means difference is changed. And also we will check another example. Minus 10 of minus 10 means we will get minus 20. Suppose we can change the order. We will take first positive integer 10 minus of minus 10 equal to 20. Here in the first case we will get the difference is minus 20 of two integers minus 10 and plus 10. Here the difference is 20. What is that integers we will take? 10 minus 10. So if we change the order of integers, the answer will be changes. So let a and b are any two integers, then a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Now we will learn commutative property under multiplication. If you take two integers a and b, then a into b equal to b into a. Means we will take any two integers, then multiply these both integers. The product is same when we change the order. Means a into b equal to b into a. Suppose we will take some examples. We will take minus 3 minus 4, two integers, and multiplied by these two integers. The product is 12. Suppose we can change the order. Minus 4 into minus 3, and also the product is also equal to 12. Second example. We will take 9 5 multiplied by these two integers. The product will be 45. Suppose we can change the order. 5 into 9, same, we will get the product 45. and also we will take minus 5 into 7, we will get the product minus 35. Suppose we will change the order 7 into minus 5, and also we will get the same product minus 35. So we conclude that the integers are followed commutative property over multiplication. Okay students, now we will check commutative property over division. Suppose we will take 10 to two integers, 10 is divided by 2, we will get the quotient 5. Suppose we can change the order, means we can divide it 2 by 10, means 2 divided by 10 equal to 2 by 10 equals to how many times? 5 times. We will get 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is nothing but 0.2, but 0.2 is not an integer. In the first case 10 is divided by 2 is equal to an integer, but in the change the order we will not getting the quotient is an integer, means we change the order of integers, the answer changes. So we conclude that integers are not followed commutative property under division. Means let take a and b are two integers, then a is divided by b is not equal to b divided by a. Students, all are you observe this table and filling the empty boxes. Okay students, now we will ask one question. Which operands satisfy commutative property? As addition and multiplication are followed commutative property, but subtraction and division are not satisfy the commutative property for integers. Okay students, next we will learn associative property of integers. అసోసియేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీని మనము తెలుగులో సహచర న్యాయం అని అంటాం. అకార్డింగ్ టు దిస్ ప్రాపర్టీ we will take three integers. Suppose we will take -2, 3, 5. So we will write -2 plus 3 of plus 5 equal to -2 plus of 3 plus 5. Suppose we simplify, we will take LHS. What is that LHS? -2 plus 3 plus 5. From LHS, first we solve what contained in the brackets. So what is in the brackets is -2 plus 3. -2 plus 3 is equals to 1. Plus the remaining integer, third integer is 5. Then we will add this sum of the result of the sum of the brackets 1 is added to the third integer 5. Then we will get 6. Now we will solve RHS. What is that RHS? -2 plus of 3 plus 5. First we can simplify what contained in the brackets. So 3 plus 5 we can first solve. 3 plus 5 equals to 8. The resulting sum is added to the first integer. Then what is the first integer? -2. Then -2 plus 8 is equals to 6. Here both cases LHS equal to RHS. So for any three integers the sum is same, though the order is changed. If you take any three integers, the sum is not changed when we order is changed. So we conclude that for any three integers a, b and c, a plus b of plus c equal to a plus b of b plus c. This is called associative property under addition. Now we will check associative property under subtraction. Suppose we will take three integers 10, 3, 4. Suppose we can write first expression 10 minus 3 of -4. So first we will simplify what contained in the brackets. So 10 minus 3 equal to 7. The resulting difference is 7. Then the third integer is subtracted from the resulting difference. What is the resulting difference? 7. Then 7 minus 4 equals to 3. Now we change the orders. Suppose you can take 10 minus of 3 minus 4. In the bracket mean what will be contained in that bracket? 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is nothing but a -1. Then 10 minus of -1 is nothing but a 10 plus 1. Minus into minus is equals to plus. Then 10 plus 1 equal to 11. Here the difference is changed in both cases. So we subtract three integers in different order. The answer will be changes. So we conclude that a, b and c be three integers, then a minus b of minus c is not equal to a minus of b minus c. So integers are not followed associative property under subtraction. Now we will check associative property of integers over multiplication. So here associative property we will take three integers compulsory. Suppose we will take minus 3, 4, minus 5. First we will multiply minus 3 into minus 4. Then we will get the resulting product is minus 12, and the resulting product will be multiplied by the third integer. What is the third integer? Minus 5. The same signs, then the resulting product is also a positive. So minus into minus plus, and 12 into 5 is nothing but a 60. Then we will change the order. First we will multiply 4 into minus 5. Then the both integers having opposite signs, then the resulting product is negative, so we will get minus 20. Then the resulting product is multiplied by the first integer. What is that first integer here? Minus 3. Here minus 3 into minus 20. So both are the same signs, then the resulting product is positive. So 3 into 20 equals to 60. Here both cases the product is same when we change the order. So we conclude that integers are followed associative property over multiplication. Let integers a, b and c, then a into b of into c equal to a into of b into c. Now we will check associative property over division. Suppose we will take 40, 4 to 3 integers. Then first we will divide it. 40 is divided by 4. We will get the quotient 10. Then it is divided by third integer 2. 10 is divided by 2. We will get the quotient 5. Now we change the order. First we will divide it 4 by 2. Then we will get the quotient 2. Then we divided 40 is divided by resulting quotient. What is that resulting quotient? 2. Then we will get 20. Here both cases the quotients are changed. Means we divide three integers in different order, the answer is changes. So let a, b and c be three integers, then a divided by b of divided by c is not equal to a is divided by b divided by c. Now students, all of you observe this table and complete the table. Okay students, tell me which operands followed associative law? Yes, addition and multiplication are followed associative law, but subtraction and division are not followed associative law. For which numbers? Integers. Okay students, now we will learn additive identity. First, suppose we take any integer and add with 0. What will happen? Yes, we will get the same integer. Now we will check some more examples. Suppose we will take one integer minus 2, add with 0. Means minus 2 plus 0 equal to what will come? Minus 2. And again we will take minus 8. We can take add with 0. 0 plus of minus 8 is equals to 0 minus 8 equal to minus 8. Then we will take another example. We will take minus 5 adding with 0 means plus 0 equal to minus 5. Means on adding 0 with an integer we get the same integer. The 0 is the additive identity for an integers. 0 is the additive identity for integers. So for any integer a, then we written as a plus 0 equal to 0 plus a equal to a. Know that multiplication identity. Suppose we will take any integer. By multiplying by 1, what will happen? The same integer will become. Means suppose we will take 3 is multiplied by 1, we will get the product is also same integer 3. Suppose we will take, so here 0 is the additive identity for integers and 1 is the multiplicative identity of integers. So what is the, so tell me, now we'll ask one question. What is the additive identity of an integers? Yes, 0 is the additive identity. Well, what is the multiplicative identity? Yes, 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. Now we'll learn additive inverse. Here some examples are there. All of you listen carefully. 4 and minus 4. So you take say one integer with opposite signs. Means you can take positive integer, then we will take same opposite integer 4. Then what is the same opposite sign of integer? Minus 4. Then adding both, then what will happen? 4 we will take, then the opposite, next we sign of the integer is minus 4. We will add these two, we will get the sum is 0. So 4 plus of minus 4 equal to 0. And also 2 plus of minus 2 equal to 0. And another example, 9 plus of minus 9 equal to 0. So in each, okay students, from these examples we conclude that in each pair one integer is called the additive inverse of other integer. Means suppose you can take 4, so additive inverse of 4 is minus 4. And also we can take minus 2, the additive inverse of minus 2 is plus 2. Suppose we will take 9, the additive inverse of positive 9 is minus 9. For any integer a plus of minus a equal to 0. So both the integers are called additive inverse of each other. Means suppose we take another example, additive inverse of 7 is, what is that? Minus 7. Additive inverse of minus 9 is what? 9. Suppose what is the additive inverse of 100? Tell me the students. Yes, minus 100. ఐడెంటిటీని మనం తత్సమధర్మము అంటాము. అలాగే యాడిటివ్ ఇన్వర్స్ని సంకలన విలోమ న్యాయం అని అంటాము. ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్, అబ్జర్వ్ ఇన్ యువర్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 7. Find the additive inverse of plus 2 and minus 3. So you can write the additive inverse of the given integers. What are the given integers? The first integer is plus 2. So what is the additive inverse? If you give positive, you give same integer with opposite sign. So we can write additive inverse of plus 2 is minus 2. And also we can write additive inverse of minus 3. So given is the negative integer, so we can take same integer with opposite sign. Given negative, so you can take opposite means plus. So plus 3 is the additive inverse of the given integer minus 3. So here plus 2 and minus 2 are the additive inverse of each other, and also minus 3 and plus 3 are the additive inverse of each. Questions. What are the check your progress? Write the additive inverse of 5, minus 8, 1 and 0, and let's think what should be multiplied by 6 to get multiplicative identity 1. Is it exist in integers? So all of you do the homework. Okay students? Okay students, let's we learn distributive property of integers. So I explain this property with an example. Here one auditorium is there. You can find total seats having in that auditorium. Let's find the total number of seats using two methods. The first method, so in that auditorium two classes are there, first class and second class. So what will we find that total number of seats in that having in that auditorium. So first you calculate the how many total seats in first class, and also you can find out the total seats in second class. Then we will add total number of seats in first class and total number of seats in second class. So now the method 1 is seats in first class equal to, how will be write? Seats in each row into number of rows. ప్రతి కాలంలో ఉన్న సీట్ల సంఖ్య ఎన్ని 10 is multiplied by number of rows. How many rows are there in first class? 4. Then we will write seats in first class equal to 10 into 4. Then we calculate seats in second class. Now we will write seats in each row into number of rows. So how many seats are there in each row? 10 into how many rows are there in second class? 6. Then we will write seats in second class equal to 10 into 6. Now we can find total number of seats. Then total seats equal to seats in first class plus seats in second class. So how many seats are there in first class? 10 into 4 plus what are the number of seats in second class? 10 into 6. Then we multiplied by in first box containing 10 into 4 is nothing but a 40 plus you can simplify the integers in second box. 10 into 6 equal to 60. Then 40 plus 60 equal to 100. So how many total seats are there in an auditorium? 100 seats are there. So we calculate total number of seats using one method and also we calculating another method using second method. First we calculate number of rows in two classes. So in first class how many rows are there? 4. And second class how many rows are there? 6. So total number of rows in both the classes equal to 4 plus 6. Now you can calculate total seats equals to, you can multiply total number of rows in both classes by number of seats in each row. How many seats are there in each row? 10. Therefore we can write total seats equal to 10 into 4 plus 6. Here you can first simplify in box. What are the containing in that box? 4 plus 6 is nothing but a 10. Then 10 into 10 equal to 100. In both cases, method 1 you can calculate number of seats and method 2 you can calculate number of seats are equal. How many seats, total seats are there in auditorium? 100 seats are there. So multiplication is distributed over addition. Means 10 into 4 plus 6 is nothing but a 10 into 4 plus 10 into 6. So distributive property you can learn with another example. We will take 5 minus 4 minus 3. First we take LHS. First we can calculate in the integers contained in the box. What are the integers are there in the box? Minus 4, minus 3 with which operator? Plus. Then first we can add minus 4, minus 3. Then minus 4 plus of minus 3 is nothing but a minus 3. So minus 4 minus 3 is nothing but a minus 7. A is multiplied by the first integer 5. Then 5 into minus 7 is nothing but a minus 35. Now we simplify RHS. What is that containing RHS? 5 into minus 4 plus of 5 into minus 3. First you will simplify first box. 5 into minus 4. How much? Is the product is minus 20. The second box we will simplify, we will get the product minus 15. Then we will write minus 20 of minus 15. So minus 20 plus into minus minus 15 is nothing but a minus 35. So multiplication of integers can be distributed over addition. So here we take any three integers a, b, c. We will write a into b plus c equal to a into b plus of a into c. This is called distributive property of integers. Now all of you do the homework for these two problems. Okay students, we learn multiplication of more negative integers. Here observe the following. First equation, minus 1 into minus 1. Here two negative integers are there. What will be the result of the product? Positive integer. In second equation, you take three negative integers, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. These are three are multiplied, then we will get the negative integer. Then we will take next step, we will take four negative integers. What will happen? The product will be positive. In fourth one, we will take 5 negative integers, minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Then the result of the product is negative. This means if negative integer multiplied even number of times, the product is positive. నెగిటివ్ నెంబర్స్ అనేవి సరి సంఖ్యలో ఉంటే వచ్చేది కంపల్సరీగా ఏమవుతుందంటే ధనపూర్ణ సంఖ్య అవుతుంది. ఇఫ్ నెగిటివ్ ఇంటిజర్ మల్టిప్లైడ్ ఆడ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్ ఈజ్ నెగిటివ్ ఇంటిజర్స్. యూ కెన్ మల్టిప్లై ద నెగిటివ్ numbers for odd number of times, the product is negative integer. So multiplication of 3 or more negative integers, we can observe these below things. What are the multiplication of 2 negative integers is a positive integer, multiplication of 3 negative integers is a negative integer. That means if the number of negative integers in a product is even, then the product is a positive integer. If the number of negative integers is a product is odd, then the product is a negative integer. Now we will solve example problems in your textbook. First we will solve example 8. Multiply the following using associative law. The first one is minus 25 into minus 4 into 2 into minus 8. We will write first. You can make pairs of two integers. What that pairs? Make two pairs, one pair using minus 25 into 4. Then we will write brackets minus 25 into minus 4 into, you can given remaining integers 2 into minus 8. Then we can simplify what are containing in the box. What are the containing in the box? Minus 25 into minus 4. Then what will the result? 100. Minus into minus plus 25 into 4 is 100. Now we will pay 102. Then we will write 100 into 2 into minus 8. Then we will simplify what will be in the box. Then 100 into 2 is nothing but a 200 into remaining integer is minus 8. Then we will multiply these two. We will get the answer minus 1600. Now we will observe second problem in the example 8. What was that? Minus 20 into minus 2 into minus 5 into 7. It can be written as 20 into minus 2 into minus 5 are in the written into the box into 7. Means you can make the pairs written in the box. What are the integers? Minus 2 and minus 5. Then we will write minus 20 into minus 2 into minus 5 into 7. Then we will calculate the product of in the box. What is that box containing? Minus 2 into minus 5. Then what is the result? Minus into minus plus 2 into 5 10. We will return minus 2 into minus 5 is nothing but a 10. Then we will return minus 20 into 10. These make pairs into remaining integer 7. Now we will find the product of minus 20 into 10 is nothing but a minus 200 into 7 is nothing but a minus 1400. Now we will observe example 9. Or minus 42 into minus 7 and minus 7 into minus 42 equal. Write the law. Students, this problem is same as which property? Yes, commutative law. If a, b are two integers, a into b equals to b into a over multiplication. మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా, a into b అంటే ఆర్డర్ చేంజ్ చేసిన ఏవైనా టూ ఇంటీజర్స్ మనం తీసుకునేటప్పుడు వాటి యొక్క ప్రోడక్ట్ అనేది మారదు ఎప్పుడు, వాటి యొక్క ఆర్డర్ను కూడా చేంజ్ చేసినప్పుడు. సో వీ విల్ సాల్వ్ దిస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ యూజింగ్ కామ్యుటేటివ్ లా ఓవర్ మల్టిప్లికేషన్. ఫస్ట్ you can take minus 42 into minus 7. Here both are the same signs. Now we will get the product is positive. So minus into minus plus. Then you can multiply it by 42 into 7 means 294. Then we take second expression. Minus 7 into minus 42. Here also here two integers having same signs. Then we will get the product is positive. Then minus into minus plus, and also 7 into 42 is nothing but a 294. Therefore we will write minus 42 into minus 7 equals to minus 7 into minus 42. It is multiplicative commutative law. Okay students, now we solve example 10. Simplify 26 into minus 48 plus minus 48 into minus 36 using suitable law. What is the solution? So what was given that 26 into minus 48 plus minus 48 into minus 36. Here we can written as, first we can written minus 48 into 26. A into B is equals to B into A. So we can written using that commutative law. So minus 48 into 26 plus minus 48 into minus 36 using commutative law. Then above expression, which one is the common integer? Minus 48 is the common integer. Then we will written as minus 48 into 26 plus minus 36 using distributive law. Then we simplify in the box. What is containing in the box? 26 plus of minus 36 is nothing but a 26 minus 36 is equals to minus 10. Then minus 48 into minus 10 equals to minus into minus, both are the same sign. Then we will get the product is positive, and 48 into 10 is nothing but a 480. Okay students, now recall what we learned in today's session. Properties of integers. Which properties you learned? Closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, additive identity, multiplicative identity, and additive inverse. And also we can learn one concept, that is multiplication of more negative numbers. Okay students, we will do exercise 1.3 problems. These all problems based on today's class. So all of you complete your homework.